Yes. Oops. It's a good thing that this doesn't get open that often. Yes. There was an ancient man that knew how to harness the force of water to a wheel to perform work. In a modern steam engine, the force of the expanding steam drives a piston to turn a wheel. Much the same way that moving water turns a water wheel. Oh, you remember when we were talking about the water wheel yesterday? Yes, in much the same way. Just thinking about generating steam from desalinated water because I wanted that salt. Yes, you did. I want those incentives. I think any nation of the world that doesn't pay me for what I have, yeah, absolutely stupid. Now, let's say, okay, during the cooling down process, if you heated up the desalinated water, yes, to about 3,000 degrees, there's a possibility that when it gets to a temperature around, 1,000 to 1,500 degrees, yeah, it might be better to put that into one of these water wheels. No, piston. Yeah. See, at certain temperatures, steam are not as effective at generating electricity. You have to consider the mass, yes, the speed, yes, and the temperature of the fucking steam right now. Now, my thought is I could use the straight line water wheel, yes, and I can add mass using a product that is a derivative, yep, of an actual used motor oil. You take out all the flammable parts, you just leave the petroleum part that regels itself. Yes. And instead of waiting until it's room temperature water, is it possible to separate? Yes. The steam from the mass producing product that's added to it so it can be reused a million times. Yes. So that the steam goes into a piston, and the steam engine expanding the water drives a piston to turn a wheel so as to produce electricity. Now let's say you got it down to maybe 500 to 1,000 degrees steam. Yes. And you decided to build this a piston out of recycled garbage. Yes. Now it's possible, okay, that at lower temperatures the pressurization of the steam causes less movement of the water wheel, but it causes a greater movement of the piston. That could drive the wheel that turns the generator. Yes, it does. That produces the electricity. Now, let's look at temperature times mass, yes, times speed. Ouch! Motherfucker!